All right, geometry students. All right, Thursday and Friday, today and tomorrow, we're going to review for this unit test that you're going to take Monday, Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to model some of these questions on this review sheet. I'm going to have you guys complete this by the end of the day, Friday, and then I'm going to post solutions Friday. All right. All right, here we go. Some of these questions are going to involve properties of the transformations, and then the other ones are going to be some single transformations and then sequences of transformations. All right, so I'm going to go through some of these and then have you try some on your own. All right, number one says, under which transformation would triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, the image of A prime, ABC, not be congruent? Okay, remember, our three main transformations, your triangles, your shapes, they're going to be congruent. The only transformation that they are not congruent is a dilation. So if you have a dilation, that's going to change the size. So a dilation or a stretch, a reflection, a rotation, translation, the size is going to be the same. They're going to be congruent. All right? All right. Number three. All right? I don't think you're going to see anything like it, but you never know. All right? So they're saying triangle MNP is the image of JKL. It's important that you match up the corresponding angles. J goes to M, K goes to N, L goes to P. All right? It tells you it's 120 degrees rotation, but that really doesn't matter. Basically, these are congruent triangles, so J is equal to M, K is equal to N, and L is equal to P. I go and I label. It says angle L is 47. And then it says angle N is 57. All right? Determine the measure of angle M. All right? So, here's what's going on. They want to know M. They told you N, and they told you L. Basically, L is equal to P. So if L is 47, P is 47, and they want to know angle M, so it's a triangle, so we're just going to add these. All right? You get 104, and then you're going to subtract from 180. You get 76 degrees. So this kind of combines what we did from the previous unit here. All right? Probably not going to see anything exactly like it. All right? But it was a question make you think. All right? Another question I want to look at, question 6. All right? They're giving us a triangle with these coordinates, and then they're saying it's reflected over the line y equals x. Okay, and what you got to remember when you reflect over y equals x, you switch the x and the y. So I have A, which is 3, 0. I'm going to switch it. A prime is going to be 0, 3. B is 3, 8. When you switch it, B prime is going to be 8, 3. And then C was 6, 6. And when I switch it, guess what? It's still 6, 6. And then they give these statements. Which statement is true? 1 point remains fixed. Think about what that means. 1 point did not change. It just so happens that these 2 points, C and C prime, are the same. So that's the answer. It's definitely not B, because you know they're congruent. So the size is definitely not going to change. All right? You know that if you do a reflection, the orientation is going to change. So it does not change is not true. You know it's going to change, and D is irrelevant. All right? All right. I'm going to go over a couple more questions that, you might have forgot how to do. And then the rest of them, they're going to be similar. All right? Number 8. All right? 7 through 11, they're all similar. Right? So I'm going to go over 1 or 2, and then you're going to try ones similar. So number 8 says, which of the following rotations will map a regular decagon onto itself? Remember, a decagon has 10 sides. Remember, to go all the way around in a circle, that's 360 degrees. You divide that by the number of sides. So 360 divided by 10. And that's going to be 36 degrees. Right? Unfortunately, 36 degrees isn't there. So one of these answers is going to be a multiple of 36. So if you divide 54 by 36, that's not dividing it evenly. If you divide 108 by 36, though, it goes in evenly. It goes in 3 times. So 108 degrees is the answer. If you try to do 136 divided by 36, try it on your calculator. It does not divide evenly. Same thing with D. All right? All right, number 10 is similar. This one's a little more straightforward, though. Which of the following rotations will map a regular octagon, right? Octagon has 8 sides, onto itself. So the same deal. 360 divided by 8. That's going to come out to 45 degrees. That's one of the answers, so that's the answer. All right, any multiple of 45 would work, but we want the smallest possible answer, so 45 is the one. All right? All right, I'm going to go over 1 or 2 sequences of transformations, and then you're going to practice the rest of this, right? The goal is for you to finish this all up by Friday, all right, this review sheet. So you have 2 days to do it. All right, number 20. All right, a bunch of these questions on this page and on the next couple pages, they're all sequences of transformations. Some are trickier than others. All right, so 20, a sequence of transformations maps rectangle ABCD onto A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, etc. Which sequence of transformations maps it? Right? So if you look at the picture, this was the original. Then you had this image, and finally this one. All right? What's tricky here is they're rectangles. So it's hard to tell, did it slide? Did it flip? So you really got to pay attention to the vertices. Okay, if you notice A and B, they're on the top. And on the figure below, they're on the bottom. So what happened? It flipped. So from 1 to 2 was a reflection. All right, and then I think you could see from 2 to 3, it turned. So then that was a rotation. All right, so I would say, if you look at the choices clearly, it's a reflection followed by a rotation. All right, and then there's a whole bunch of questions doing a sequence of transformations. And there was 1, maybe 2 more I wanted to do with you. All right. All right, so let's take a look at number 25. All right. 25 is a short answer. Same idea. All right, describe a sequence of transformations that will map triangle ABC onto DEF. All right, so I'm looking here, and hopefully you notice that BA was on the bottom. That matches ED. Now it's on the top. So there's a flip here. So there's definitely a reflection. Okay, it flipped around. Right, BA. And if you look at DE, again, this was on the bottom. Now it's on the top. So it's a reflection. All right, so now I'm going to actually do that reflection. A is 3 above the axis. It's going to be below. Same thing with B. And then C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So what does it look like? A reflection over the x-axis followed by, now if you look at it, it just slid over. All right, I just got to figure out how far did it slide. That's all. We're going to count. I would go from C to F. So it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a translation of 6 to the right. All right, try the rest of these. All right, I'm going to post solutions. I might even post a video of some of the ones that are trickier, some of these sequences. All right, but the questions on the test, the sequence ones, are going to be similar, you know, the ones I just did, and, you know, some of these other ones on this page. All right, so work on this, right? And I'll be posting answers in the next day. Talk to you soon.